It's not too cool to be critical, but he brought this upon himself. Why does he keep on repeating his song, telling us how he gonna change right from wrong? And if you really want to hear our views, he hasn't done nothing. Yeah. We would not care to wake up to the nightmare that's becoming real life. Hey, people. Well, they got his ass. Finally. I should change my title to Finally. So the New York Times is reporting on Donald Trump. They have gotten his taxes. And he has paid in 16, when he was running for the president, he paid $750 in taxes each year in 16 and 17. That means that he's supposed to be a multi-billionaire. And more than likely, if you guys have any kind of job at all, you pay more taxes than Donald Trump. This is the man all hollering about the America first. I'm going to change healthcare. Don't believe that lie. He ain't changing shit. He's taking away healthcare. Things that took years to accomplish. Hi, people. I can't believe it. 10 years. He has paid no taxes at all in 10 of the last 15 years. That means some years, I guess he paid his $750. Some years he didn't pay nothing. He claims he made $486 million a year. In that year, he actually lost $486 million. This man is a disaster. All he's done is spent his father's money. That's it. He's managed to screw it all up. And now they're saying that he's made all these deals with foreign leaders. And they're thinking because he has financial ties to these people, they should do the whole goddamn Russia thing over again. Do it over, honey. Get into them finances. Hey, guys. It's breaking news, what they all talking about, honey. Right before the election. I'm glad finally we got a blowy in there. You know, he's going to try to cure corona in the last month. The day before the election, he's going to try to cure corona. He's going to say he has cured corona. He's going to have us putting potentially poison in our body just so he can get his numbers up. Rodney L. Dark Liquor. All right, Dark Liquor Cam. Dark Liquor Cam. Kitten Zombie. Hey, Vinyl Talk with Travis. My friend tells me you're quite the entertainer too. Someone's been following you. I was reading the article. Oh my God! Yes, you guys, please don't get your news from us, from YouTubers, regular Joes. Yes, we like to talk about it because that's what's being talked about. But we're not professionals. This stuff is fascinating. This dude, $750. If you're working at Burger King, honey, you're paying more than $750 in taxes. Right? One of the first things he did when he got in there, he started messing with the taxes, gave them the massive tax cuts. Is that going to affect his personal life as well? His father he was obsessed with inheritance tax. Trump comes in and do away with inheritance tax. All this. He got all this lip about the military, how they're losers because he got killed. All this lip about all the things that everyone does in this country, how stupid everyone is, what losers everyone is. But all these people who he's calling losers, not to mention, I'm not even going to mention the military, people who have actually given up their lives. But all these people he's calling losers, they're paying 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8, 9, 10 times as much taxes as Trump. He thinks that makes him smart. What an idiot. Even when he ran for president, he didn't have the decency to pay his fair amount of tax, even for that time when he was running. He paid $750. That must be the minimum tax because he paid the same thing for 2 years running. This man has proven that he's a liar. We know that. They have recorded something like 25,000 times he's got caught lying. That's just on the lies he got caught lying in the media, right? You know he's a womanizer, not faithful to his wife. We know that already. We had enough stories about that. I mean, he's totally morally bankrupt. He doesn't even pay taxes. Now, why are they going to throw somebody like Wesley Snipes in prison? How long did Wesley do? Years in prison for not paying taxes. How can this dude get away with 15 years and not paying taxes? They said, so 5 of those years, it said he paid no tax at all. Now, how in the hell you be riding around in limousines and living in Eiffel Towers and Rolls Royces and his own private jets and all this kind of shit and paid no taxes at all? He not only needs to get out of office, he needs to go to jail. You said you may bragging about all this money you got. You said you're worth $11 billion. That was laughable. It's laughable. And then we find out your ass, you probably didn't even have any money. I just ate, people. Forgive me. That pretty. Look at those pretty lips. Anyway, how y'all doing today? So you guys check out that article. We got a month left. It's like something like 30 some days. So we had to have this election. So bear down and pay attention now, because now it's going to start getting exciting. They have finally, after all this time, come up with this dude's taxes. He claimed, oh, I'll give it to you when I get elected after the election. Oh, I'll give it to you after that audit. Oh, no, they stopped that audit. Now they got another audit. I'll give my tax. I want to give it to you. I want to get. Girl, you people, you're not offended by that? Somebody just said right in your mouth lying to you? He lies so much he don't even know he's lying. He is what they call a pathological liar. How, could I not pay tax? Let's say I only made $1 million a year. Just $1 million a year. Could I slide by not making paying tax for 15 years? What do you think it do with my black ass? Child, please. They're putting me under the prison. There should be an uproar. Of course, he goes in and he denied. Oh, it's all fake news. Hey, fake. Wow, how's it fake news? They're actual documents, Trump. Hi, Almond Brown. Vinyl Talk says, what to Trump, or what did I just make? Went to the company I just made? No, I recommended you gave me some music information, and I recommended you to somebody on here on YouTube, a friend of mine, and he got into your channel. He said, he's actually an artist himself. So he's been following you ever since then. You just read the whole article in New York Times? I haven't read the article. I saw 3 programs. I mean, I trust Anderson Cooper, so that's what I mean. Don't be getting your news from YouTubers. And them Russians, they got that ass. You can believe it. Watch. If they ever have time, he probably won't live long enough to live out all of these investigations. They're going to be. He's got an army of lawyers, right? So they're going to try to tie all of these cases up. They're probably waiting. If he comes out of office, they might be waiting there at the White House to handcuff him. You've been getting away with massive tax fraud for years. Why shouldn't he be in jail? Would I be in jail? Finally is the word. I'm going to put that back in my title. A snack for this mess. Right. So this political thing, I know a lot of us are not political. It gets on our nerves. We get tired of it because we got to listen to it year after year after year, But now we're in the last month. So pay attention to what goes down. I hope that this guy, Biden, is going to tear his ass up with facts on Tuesday. Because all Trump is coming with is insults. He's going to fight him like he's a 16-year-old girl. Or boy, whatever. All he comes up with, oh, you sleepy, Joe. Or you sleepy, you look like you need some rest, Joe. Just nothing but insults. I can't believe these people put him in office. I mean, he's not even smart. He's an idiot. And all this money he claimed he had is all smoke and mirrors. I doubt he even owns the place he lives. They say he has, when he gets out of office, he has $100 million tax debt coming. In other words, after they audit, they don't just audit and put it under the desk. No, you owe that money, honey. You owe that money. They're going to access everything he owns. I don't think Trump really owns anything. He don't own that much. All the places they put his name on there. He sells the use of his name. They built the building and they just pay him because it's a Trump hotel. But he don't own any of that stuff. Yes, Russia is starting to sound like a real story. I mean, after all, Putin's got billions as well, right? So we know he's been obsessed with money his whole life and fucking up money. He should not claim any kind of success, really, because all he's basically done is spend his father's money. One failure after another. How you gonna run this casino and lose money on casino? I thought it was supposed to be a cash cow. I need a snack for this mess, says Blue Skies. Kick back. Oh, it's going to get treacherous now. But you watch. On this debate on Tuesday, Biden's going to be coming with the facts and probably all of this moral failure of Trump, including this new tax information. And all Trump is going to be doing over there is sitting over there insulting him, calling him sleepy, asking him about how old he is. You own any pills? He wanted Joe Biden to be drug tested. I guess he feel like they're going to pump him full of drugs so he can get up on stage like this. I'm an idiot. This man is a fucking... Then he claims to love this country. How can you love this country and just insert yourself and take over the whole damn government with one bad decision after another? You could have got us all killed. Well, over 200,000 bad decisions. Still, after all these people done died, and now we have the rates are just as high as they ever were, probably higher than anybody in the world. He still won't tell them to put on a mask. And when they put on the Make America White Again mask, they stand behind him. But when they pan the audience, nobody wearing no mask, honey. They think, oh, God, it's the thing about followers. These people, I mean, I just don't understand. What else can he do to prove to you that he is morally bankrupt? Even in the Christian right, y'all should be ashamed of yourself. All of these evangelists, what do you call them? The evangelicals. They should be ashamed of themselves, child. They endorsing this damn Donald Trump. What he gonna get rid of abortion? Has he gotten rid of abortion? All worried about somebody else's body. He ain't get a damn thing about it. I'm gonna stack that court. I'm gonna stack that court. One scam after another. Everything's a damn scam. You can't believe a damn thing your own president says. So he come out on that podium and said, we're at war with China. Who could believe it? Just another game, a scam? Okay, for New York Times, I'm glad they blasted his ass. A crook. 15 years worth of unpaid taxes. We couldn't do it for 1 year. Not making that kind of money that he claims he made. $11 billion. I don't think he's got a billion. He ain't got no $1 billion. I doubt he might not even be a millionaire. It could be that he don't own anything. It's all apparently, according to this thing, he's got 408. Okay, 1 year he claimed he made $480 million on one of these 1 years that he filed tax, right? The truth was he lost $480 million in 1 year. This is just a rich brat, showman, smoke and mirrors. How y'all doing today? Thank you, Sharon, for cueing me. Yep, he still ain't said a damn thing about Putin. All this trouble we had with Putin trying to get into this election and all this Facebook stuff, he still would not say one negative thing about Putin. Then he come on there and publicly kissing Putin's ass. This man is setting himself up for whenever he leaves office. He has deals lined up. Apparently he's one of the worst deal makers there is because all of his deals lost money. He's in there trying to find ways to make money. You can believe that. So he's going to be under investigation for the rest of his life. And they ought to insist on some jail time. Letting criminals go, pardoning his compadres. The Lion King. Oh, that's the next name. I don't think I ever heard that name before. The Lion King. He tries to sell us BS. Call him Trump, doing the Trump shuffle. You're very creative, Lucretia. You must be a writer. Con man. I knew it from the very beginning. The way he talks, even you see, he's a con man. It's all smoke and mirrors. Every time you see one of these big Trump hotels with a big name on there, they're paying him to use that name. That's it. It's his whole involvement. I don't know how he must probably have to make awful lot of money to try to front as a billionaire. Damn, $750. That's an insult to the country. Why would you even write a check for $750 in taxes for these people? What kind of person is that? And you're running for the president of the United States. And even when you're running for the president of the United States, you pay $750 in taxes. You feel like nobody will look at it. You pay that if you're working at a gas station. Some people pay that out of every paycheck. He calls them losers, suckers. He's going to tear his ass up. A humiliating loss. Then he's going to try to fight the damn loss. Like, oh, they're not telling the truth. It's fake news. Why would it be fake news, Trump? We just discovered that you're not only are you a liar, but you're a thief. I mean, you're stealing money from the government. You don't pay them anything. Everybody else got to pay it. They say when he leaves there, he gonna owe the tax people hundreds of millions of dollars. Not to mention all the business deals. All the shit he's gonna go into fraud. How many bankruptcies has he had? He could have just. I have more respect for some rich brat to just take the money and just live good. Why you gotta come over here with all these schemes and shit? You done went through $400 million. You do better just sit on the beach and spend your daddy's money. He's got to be broke. How in the hell you gonna owe hundreds of millions of dollars in debt, and hundreds of millions of dollars you owe to the United States government? How are you gonna owe all that money? And you say you have all these billions of dollars. Why don't you just write them a check? That's what I would do if I was a billionaire. A billion is $1,000 million. He probably owes a lot more than he has. More than likely. More than likely he's broke. Right. Complaining about Obama's birth certificate. The nerve. He resented Obama because he was a good president. Because he was intelligent and smart. So he got to get his ass up there. Looks like a clown. They should make him wear a great big old tie with, like Bozo have with the dots all over it, and just put a nose on him. You're a clown. Just own it. There might be a breakthrough in there for you. So now he's going to spend. Plus, he's going to have a huge legal debt because he's going to have dozens of lawsuits in private business. Now the government's going to be after him. I just can't imagine. That's why he's so desperate to stay in office, because after he gets out of office, that's when all this shit gonna hit the fan, honey. They say, "Oh, you can't prosecute a sitting president. He got things to do, things to take care of." Okay, let's see what happens. I think it would be beautiful. It would be poetic justice if when they took him out of the White House. You know how they come out in front and want transfer of power. And before he got on that helicopter, they cuffed his ass. Then you got crackheads that smoked a hit of crack in prison for 3 years. Black and brown people. What the hell I get? What did I steal? I don't even remember what I stole. Something worth, maybe it's worth $80. 3 years in a state prison. And this fool has stole hundreds of millions of dollars. hundreds of millions of dollars. Jesus Christ. When they were throwing all those numbers around, I said, my God. And then he has the nerve to show up there and give the government $750. Why wasn't there an immediate investigation when this person is supposed to be a multi-billionaire and shows up and he writes a check for $750 for the government for 2 years in a row? Why weren't there the feds at his door? The IRS should have been alerted immediately, I would think. Am I right? Am I right or am I wrong? He did this while he was running for president. He don't give a shit. The people who believe in him are idiots. That's what he chose. He chose them. He chose the people. There ain't other millionaires following that fool. They only in it for the tax break. It's these poor white people. They're the ones put him in office. All you gotta do is look at the audience. You see all these overweight people. He ain't got nothing to do with it. Trump wouldn't touch those. He wouldn't spit on them, touch them. He ain't the kind of guy to go down to have a couple of beers at the bar with these people. Right? He's living in solid gold elevators and shit. He ain't got nothing. All of a sudden, he became their friend and their spokesman. He ain't did a damn thing for them. Because tax breaks, that ain't going to help them. They get a tax break, they might save, I save $40 a month. And cult mentality, I was just talking about it in other situations on here. They just need to follow somebody, anybody. He went in there and made it about race. Like every other president hasn't been white. But he talked about it. No other people would have Klan members as in their party, but he would. But they're gonna have to catch him pretty soon there, consulting. He's 74 or something like that. The government should insist on that. They say they audited him for 2 years. They should insist on getting that money. They insist on us giving them the money, right? Or surrender your house. Don't they take over everything? Are they going to have to be padlocks put on Mar-a-Lago? More than likely, it's not paid for. But they take all your assets when you have $100 million in tax debt. I would think. Racist, thief, liar, crook, tax cheat, racist. Yeah, I can't laugh at them, TYS. I don't really understand those people, the mentality. Why they would pick somebody like Donald Trump as their illustrious leader. They did because he came down with these tricks, like coming down. How you going to announce your presidency by crucifying Mexican people? Calling them liars and cheats and all this shit. That's how he introduced himself. Putting the ban on all the Muslims. America first. Then he starts crashing every kind of relationship we have overseas. Everything he can get out of, he got out of. So we just sit over here by ourselves and let this fool run us into the dirt, honey. Like he did all those fortunes. How you lose $400 million? That's just the start. Then his daddy would give him more money. Then he'd lose that. And then his daddy would give him more money. Then his daddy dies, give him all his money. He goes to court to make sure the other family members don't get anything. And he takes and loses that. So now it looks like not only is he not wealthy, it looks like he owes a lot more than he's worth. He's a pauper, a showman. He ain't leaving his family shit. So we better hope that them damn family members, I hope they do it. Look out for yourself, honey. You better get all the designs and all the businesses going you can, because your daddy ain't gonna leave you nothing. Your papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, all that he left us was alone. You ain't get nothing from your daddy. Fool set up there and lost all that money. No telling how much damage he's done to the American economy. And he don't want to give y'all $600 a week. Money you paid into for your whole life, your whole working life. His son-in-law is filthy rich. So his son-in-law, what, Kushner? Kushner ain't filthy rich. He's on the verge of losing that damn building they got there, which coincidentally or not is 666. What is it? 666 Park Avenue or something? One of them streets in New York City. That huge building it's underwater. They had to rescue him. He ain't got no damn money. You got to realize these people, they go into massive debt when they have these projects. Kushner's family has money, but his daddy, he just got out of prison. And Kushner's supposed to say, what he was supposed to do? He was supposed to conquer world peace, and he's supposed to conquer drug war on drugs, and he's supposed to fix Israel, and he had all this shit he's supposed to do. How you gonna take somebody who never had no political chops at all and just stick him over in foreign world, tell him to fix the whole girl, please? It was never serious. All the people he put in that White House, all buddies of his. Did he ever actually do anything? Putting people in charge of the post office so he can try to rig the damn election, and then he'd come call everyone else a rigged election. Everything he tries to do, that's what he calls everybody else. They're all liars. He's the biggest liar in history. They're all tax cheats to Trump. Just to come out and say somebody owes somebody $100 million in back taxes, they should be no, you owe us no bullshit. You have been conning this country for 15 years. You ain't paid no taxes at all. You are a criminal. Your ass belong in jail. We'll see how honest this country is after he leaves office. It's only a month away, people. At least the election. He'll be out of office in 3 months. The media, Ninja Pot, Ninja Poo, Ninja Boy, you're in trouble. Ninja Boy, you coming over here talking about the media lies? You think the media lies? The media is vetted. They can't come on the screen until they're vetted. All of their news has to be vetted, honey, or they get sued in massive amount. Who's vetting Trump? Trump told you the media lies. We had never even heard of that shit before he got in office. And he's the biggest liar ever lived. I got an eye on you. He's never appeared to be no billionaire, honey. Trump appears to be like a guy in charge of a studio in Las Vegas, in charge of a casino in Las Vegas. I don't know what they call him. Just flashy. Somebody wears a lot of diamonds. He's tacky. I ain't never been impressed with that dude as he being no billionaire. Never. He probably altogether, he probably inherited that much. Chopped it off, and there's nothing left. All he gonna leave his family is alone. Yeah, he's humiliated. He's having a very hard day today. He's humiliated because he's been presenting this lie. Liars hate to get caught in the lie. Of course, they're gonna spin. But he hates to be caught in the lie. Now these people know I'm broke. How can I make deals? How can I sign $1 million contracts if everybody knows I'm broke? And I'm nothing but a con man. I ain't nothing like the Wizard of Oz, the man behind the curtain. Oh, they got you, huh, Ninja Boy? Good for you. Y'all got to have mercy and loving kindness. Some of these people, these ninja boys, are just children. Some of these trolls ain't number kids on here. They say stupid things because they're stupid. President going bankrupt. You ever heard of the Bushes going bankrupt? Please. Oh yeah, we definitely got to vote. They say that so far the turnout for mail-in ballots in some of these big cities is the highest it's ever been. High turnout. He's going to try to steal the damn. I wouldn't put it past him to try to steal the actual ballots, because he's making a big deal out of if you go down and do it. What's the difference? You think those people in the ballot box, they ain't got to send it some damn where? After you vote, you go down there and stand in line for 2 days. Do you think that those ballots, they still got to be counted by somebody, right? They still got to be shipped around the country. Shit, what does the difference to make it come through the mail or comes through right in front of you? He found, I found 6. It was 6 votes in one city. 6 votes. The people got something like 2 million ballots, and 6 of them ended up in trash can. That's what he's basing the whole thing is a fraud. That's what he based it on. Why didn't he just go away? What a horrible person to try to stay in there. Whole damn country done fell apart. For me, I've been around 62. This is the worst year in history. Not Corona, all these riots, all these people being killed, all this violence in the streets, all this shit, all this Trump. It's been the worst year, honey. And it's on your watch. And he had the nerve, the nerve to sit up here and say that if he get in office, he's a law and order president. How in the hell you the law and order president when we got riots in almost every damn town? Riots in almost every damn town. So how are you going to blame that on Biden, although he tries to do that? See, look what Biden did. What the fuck? You're the president. All the problems we're having, all of this destruction, all of this killings, all this stuff, it's all on your watch, Trump. What have you done to help anything? Every time you show up, it gets worse. And how are you going to blame your economy on somebody else? It's the worst economy in history. I don't believe those numbers. From what we see on here, damn near everybody's out of work. How you only have 10% unemployment? Probably more like 30. Because the people, because they're still on the books, that don't mean they're working. In charge of post offices. Man, it threw them out. 6 ballots, 7 ballots. Please, people, please. You think going to the polls, they don't still have 6 or 7 out of 2 million, 4 million, 5 million people? There's 300 million people here. You think there's always going to be a few mess ups when you're dealing with that kind of volume? Just like they try to call Mexican people, they're all rapists because some lady got attacked here in San Francisco. One person. They talked about it and talked about it and talked about it, and the man didn't even get convicted of it. They tried to throw the whole country against Mexican people because of one lady. Well, the Democrats are winning. But whoever saw this thing coming with Trump, I'll sit there when I looked at that screen. I said, how in the fuck is it? This woman, Hillary Clinton, had been in politics for 35 years. 35 years. This dude has not been in politics, not even been in government for 1 day. And they gave him that presidency. How shallow is America? It's mush. You're basing this on a TV character? Somebody told you he was a billionaire, and now you found out he's not even a billionaire. He's not even a thousandaire. Well, it should be. Hopefully, Tiki, I'm hoping that if you have mail-in ballots, you can at least go and put it in the mailbox. I mean, we've had that luxury here in California for years. Every time I voted, all I did, fill out the thing here and put it in the mailbox. Never been a problem here. Nothing I can remember. Works fine. But we've had mail-in ballots for at least 20 years that I've been around. Not a problem. So if they're doing that all over the country, it's going to be the highest turnout ever. But Trump will get them old white people stay out there standing in them lines. I don't know how it's going to make any difference unless he steals the damn ballots. Don't put it past him. He got this dude in the mailbox. I mean, in the mail system, LaJoy or whatever his name is. He's picking up mailboxes, taking out machines that sort hundreds of thousands of letters. Why would you take him out right before the election? They all need to go to jail. He didn't let the ones that did go to jail. The government spent all that money to convict these people, Trump cronies, and then he lets them all go. How many million was wasted on that? How many hours do people put in trying to convict these people? Trump lets them go. Who's going to let you go, Trump? Who can pardon a Trump? Chip, hi, Tim. Hi, Chat. How did the news of this tax returns get released? The New York Times. The New York Times article. And it's all over the news, all over the internet. It's real. They've been after his ass for a long time, and they finally got him. I guess they have 20 years worth of taxes. That's how they know that he ain't paid none for the majority of the time. He's sitting there calling people losers because they pay taxes. Jesus Christ, how you have a country if nobody pays? Raising man, what you talking about? If 45 promises to eliminate student debt, which y'all vote, if he promises all kind of shit. He promises he's gonna have his damn massive wall. He done built about 5 miles. He promised all kinds of his promises don't mean anything, honey. Promises of most politicians is no guarantee. I think Obama made a serious effort to fulfill all of his promises, but they don't all get fulfilled. Trump ain't fulfilling shit. All he wants you to do is vote for him. Just like he said he was supposed to turn over them taxes before he even got in office. Oh no, I'll do it right after the election. You can't go by what he promised. So no, I wouldn't change shit for what he says. Now he's gonna claim that he's cured coronavirus. Don't y'all put that shit in your arms before you know what it is? What about his wife? Did she pay taxes? She ain't got no job, does she? Her job is getting Trump. What did that first wife? What's the first wife's name? She said, "Don't get angry, get everything." Don't. So she cleaned his ass too. That was another fortune lost. That young woman is not interested in that nasty old man, honey. She married him for the money. That's it. I'm sure there was no talk about no presidency and all this stuff. She didn't even want to go to the White House. I'll pay my loans. Well, you have a better chance of getting relief from Biden than you do from Trump by a long shot. McDonald's workers working over that damn hot ass stove, especially people working somewhere like White Castle. Woo, the place is all hot and steamy and shit. People working their arms going hold for 8 hours a day. You flip, all that shit, and people take a third of their money for taxes. Right? Am I right or am I wrong? I used to hate that when I was working in my working years. I used to hate that, honey. A third of the money would be gone before you even get it. How can you not go to jail on that kind of money, the government? How can your assets not be seized? Isn't that what the IRS do? Don't they seize your assets when you owe massive tax? They talking about $100 million that is potentially his tax debt. If they go back and collect for that whole 15 years, I'm sure they're going to find out more than that. Keep digging, people. Follow the money. The New York Times, oh, I know that motherfucker is steaming. He's been trying everything he could to hide all this shit. Okay, RJ Supreme, Uncle Tim. I hate to say it, but for Trump supporters, that's a turn on that he is doing tax evasion. Well, that ain't a tax for the ones working in the coal mines. Honey, they ain't avoiding no taxes. They ain't got no stock and none of that shit. It might be for rich people. They admire that they're doing the same thing or some version of that. They might, because they're trying to avoid trade. He went in there and cut theirs in half or something to that effect. They're only in it for the money. They don't give a damn what Trump does. But as far as the people who follow him, the people who put him in office, when you see the Trump supporters, them big people is not, I hate to say, keep saying big people, but big people are generally not the rich people. That's usually us, working class people. They don't look like rich people, put it like that. They look like poor people. Working class, lower middle class people. Those are the ones he romanced. He romanced because the people were afraid that they were losing power. They were afraid. Obama was the president. All these people in White House, they were afraid. Trump's going to turn it white again. Why are you so goddamn afraid? You still have tremendous numbers of people. All the people want to do is be treated like people. That's why he started with the Mexicans. That's what they're afraid of. Oh, they're going to come and take all the good jobs. They're going to take all the good jobs. And not a damn one of them going to go out there and be somebody's maid. Not one. But they want to somehow ruin these people's lives. Lives were ruined when Trump came in office. Families were broken up. He said, oh, you got to send them back. Send them back. That's what they bid on, honey. Like they're going to go out there and pick oranges. Really? Uncle Tim, great. Oh, is the picture quality good? Yeah, that's the reason why I record in here, because the camera is so much better. I could record in my living room, but this is a much better camera. Depends on what time of day it is, though. Right now, I'm just in the window. And it is hot and muggy still. How y'all doing today? Y'all research that story. We need to start paying attention to these people. This is going to turn into some good television here. So watch it. I want to see that look on that ugly face when he take him out of that White House. We got to pack them bags, baby, and go. New Yorkers didn't even vote for him. He's one of them. He lives there. They've had much experience with Donald Trump, honey. If Wesley Snipes can go to jail for not paying taxes, Trump can too. Yeah, they need to make a statement with him. For that many years, and to have the nerve to be running for the president of the United States and have the nerve to write a check for $750 for your taxes. Less than your busboys make. Pay. A lot less. They say even when he went to restaurants, he used to try to avoid the check. Let somebody else pay the check. Cheap. Lost that man. Your daddy, you must be rolling around in his grave to think that I left him enough money for 20 fortunes, and you blew every one of them. And now he owes fortunes. That's what they do. You want to get out, get that business going again, and then just start like a Ponzi scheme. Just keep getting people's investments, and then just paying them out of other people's investments. So what else he ain't gonna do? Get a wall AC? No, they don't have them here, Elaine Berry. It's a strange thing, but in San Francisco, you very rarely see a wall unit. My nephew got here, and he got a new apartment building, and they have it, but I don't see it very often, because even though I said it's hot and muggy for the last 2 weeks, that's really going to be about it. I mean, what's that? We're going to September now, so next week it'll start getting cool again. And even when it starts getting cool again, then it's like warm days, and it always drops down and it's cool at night. San Francisco is surrounded by 3 sides water. So I was going to go and get one of those Dyson fans, you know, with the round thing with the no blades kind of thing. They say they're real good and quiet. Like right now, I have the fan off because I don't want the noise is a distraction. I was going to get one of those, like $400. But as soon as I got it, 2 weeks later, I couldn't use it anymore. So we just have to suffer through this one. Fire Monster, that damn old thing probably don't work, child. It probably don't even work. It's stuck in the wall. Now they're saying that the broad actually does have 2 bedrooms. Why has she showed them all this time? I don't know what they say she got 2 bedrooms. That girl that used to be with her, or Debbie did it. She said that she has 2 bedrooms. She confirmed that, right? But when you get your hair done, does your hairdresser go into your bedrooms? What in the hell would your hairdresser be doing in your bedroom? Because you see 2 doors does not mean there are 2 bedrooms, honey. So I don't believe it. I'm just doubting Thomas, honey. Show me where the wound, honey. Show me the wound. Show me the room. You see, she painted that. How did I get on that Fire Monster? Oh yeah, no, I'm separated. All that whole club chat people, I don't mess with them no more. I'm not even going to engage those people. But the Fire Monster, she stands alone. I tried to kill her off at one time, but she would not stay dead. So now she's alive until we declare she's dead again. So right now, Fire Monster is basically a zombie. Fire Monster, why'd you paint that wall dark blue? I would think that if you were decorating, you criticized my decorating, you were decorating now, and you had taken the time to make a whole video of us looking at your ass while you painted the wall blue. Why haven't we seen that blue? Could it be that it's too dark? Could it be that it's too dark a color? And when you shine your camera on it, bitch, yeah. I try to tell you, I said paint it green, honey. Paint it green. You could be anywhere in the world. Anyway, I don't know about Miss Bay's air conditioning situation. Well, I'm from Indiana. We all had air conditioning. If you didn't have central air, I mean, that's obviously what you want to have. But even the people who didn't have central air, they have window air conditioners. That's like a standard thing that you buy, you know. But I rarely see them here. I mean, stores, businesses are air conditioned. You go to stores, Safeway, the malls, things like that. But I don't think I don't even use my heat here. What's they call it? The thing, the bar at the baseboard. I have that kind of heat. I don't know what it's called. Is it radiator heat or something? You got a bar in here and you got a bar in the living room. I've never turned the one in the living room on at all. And this one under here, I think I've only had it on like 3 times, and I've been living here 10 years. It's generally just good weather here. So, but we are excited about the time when this stuff passes, when this hot, muggy weather passes. Then we have to also consider climate change. Maybe it's a very real thing, because I know this damn state has been burning up this year. They're having more fires than they ever had. Not only California, but this whole West Coast has been in flames for months. And they didn't even officially, did the fire season officially start now? I think it just started. It done burned down whole towns. So something's changing, right? They call it climate change. Trump says that's a hoax too. He's done nothing of any use. It's all been about financial dealing. That's why he spent so much time at that Mar-a-Lago. I like to be a fly on that wall. Yeah, raising sun, San Francisco was very mild. Yeah, they have cool nights. Even all through the winter, they might have nice days, but it always gets cool at night. You don't need a coat here. You just need a good jacket. Who else did I miss? God help us, Jesus. I mean, in my prayers, honey, I would say, give us a president. Lord, give us a president. My thinking is there's only one God. So if there's only one God, that means that Trump, it's the same guy. It's his God too. So we pray for, take down our enemies and all that kind of stuff, but he's their God too. That's one thing used to confuse me about the Bible, because when the Bible, they were always going out and conquering other nations and so forth. They always had enemies, right? I would say, well, damn, isn't that their God as well? When you go out taking out all your enemies and conquering nations, it seems to me that if there's only one God, he's their God as well. But the Jews wrote the Bible, honey. So you got their perspective. I mean, we all do that to a degree. He's my God. But he's got to be their God as well, right? So God gave us dominion over the earth. In other words, now I made you guys, now I want to see you run it. Oh, let me see. Stake through the heart kills vampires. Yolanda says the stake through the heart kills vampires. And silver bullets kill werewolves, right? No, we don't want to kill them. We want to see them suffer. We want to see all of them court cases broadcast on air. We want to see how the government handles a person who's cheated them out of hundreds of millions of dollars. We want to see if this white man goes to jail like us. Radiator heat. No, I don't have no radiator. This is a new building. This building's not even 20 years old. Whatever the lone bar at the end. I never turn it on. I never need it. Yeah, it kills people as well. Well, thank God they don't kill presidents here no more. Remember back in the 60s? Some things have changed. Does Trump serve that God? Trump don't serve nobody but money, honey. He saw this as a money grab. Believe me, there are deals been made that maybe they won't even kick into effect until after he's out of office. But he's been benefiting financially from this thing, absolutely, for sure. Why would he not? It's all he's ever cared about. And he's done a terrible job of it. What were the people saying on the news today? On Anderson, I like Anderson Cooper and Wolf Blitzer. Anyway, Anderson Cooper, the other guy, Chris Matthews, they got rid of him though. Me Too movement. Anyway, what did I just say? I lost my chain of thought. I gotta hope it comes back. My memory has been a little better though. Maybe that Prevagen is working, honey. I was getting ready to get rid of it. I haven't had as many brain freezes. He's the Antichrist. Well, you saw the Omen, didn't you? What was the goal of in the Omen? Wasn't it for Damien to come into power, become the president? Then they end the series. Girl, those evangelicals though, they're just the worst. They're the worst, claiming to be so religious. How the hell you can be religious and support somebody like Donald Trump? Make your mind think, say it, do anything, honey. Anderson Cooper is on now. Yeah. I'll catch up. It's a new story. Everybody's talking about it. Is it going to hurt him? The kind of people who vote for him don't seem to care. They don't mind him lying. They don't care that whatever he says, none of it means anything, what he says. It doesn't mean anything. Now he's on there. All he can do all day now is deny. Oh, there's fake news. They've always been after me. Oh, they're jealous of me. Girl, we're talking about documents. Documents. They've got your tax returns, honey. The fuck you talking about? But we can expect them to lie about everything. And these people, apparently, they don't care he lies. That's why he spends $7,000 on his hairdo. Because it's all about looks for him. Although I don't know how anybody can find anything attractive about that old man. Hi, Shane. Yeah, but Trump, we're talking about Trump's personal taxes, man. If he owes things, he has assets, he makes income, and he's supposed to pay taxes. Of course, those companies, they got all kind of dodges, and a lot of not paying taxes is about you giving the money to charities. You have to do something with it instead of paying the tax, right? But he just keep pocketing this money for himself. So I'm surprised to see you over here, Shane, but that's all right. It's all right. I'm sure there's some truth to what you're saying. It doesn't sound like that on the news, though. It sounds like we've uncovered a crook. That's what I'm just telling you how it sounds, honey. This man has been avoiding showing us his taxes for all this time since he first started running. Lie, 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 lie. Every excuse in the world. And when we finally get his taxes, we found out there is nothing to see because he hasn't paid any taxes. Jane, don't you have a job? Don't you work somewhere? Isn't it kind of painful when they chop off a third of your income? Don't you think Donald Trump should do the same? I mean, he's the president. I mean, why you want to cover up for him? Oh, it's okay. It's okay. He shouldn't pay no tax. For what? I mean, it's like, are you invited to dinner or something? This follower mentality. Lord. Corporate welfare is okay, but God forbid a person making minimum wage get government assistance. They don't even want to give you the $600 so you won't lose your house, honey. That's it. Am I right? These people, and it still ain't, where's the second stimulus? I mean, they want to build a new bomb or something, they can come up with $1 trillion. Oh, we need a new jet. That's $500 million. But they won't give these people enough money to stay in their houses and feed their children. And Trump calls them losers. And he really does call them that. So that's what kills me about these people who are supporting him. Because you are losers in his eyes, honey. He says you're white and you're working at a gas station. He don't have no respect for you. I'm telling you the truth. It's very obvious. When you go up in Trump Tower, you go up in a solid gold elevator. Open the door, everything is solid gold, right? Way above the people. I love it they put Black Lives Matter in front of that building. This dude needs to come down and be a human being and be responsible for his own actions, honey. So write-offs, and he receives 22,000. That's right. Let me see. Brother Shane McCracken. Shane McCracken. Some of our biggest companies in this country do not pay taxes. It is wrong. Oh, it is wrong. Okay, you do think it's wrong. I do not have the answer, but it happens more than we realize. Yeah, Shane, but I'm just saying, stop making excuses for Donald Trump. He did this for 20 years, honey. It ain't no accident. It ain't no slip up. Donald Trump is a crook. Shane, does it bother you that this man has been recorded lying 20-something thousand times? And yet every time he opens his mouth, he's calling someone else a liar? Does that bother you? I'm just asking. Are you a young person? I got to be real careful with my slick mouth when I'm talking to young people. I don't like that. But it's okay to ask questions. Yeah, Kushner ain't no damn a wizard either. They're slumlords. His whole family is slumlords. They got a whole. Now you want some good television? Go to Netflix and read the story about Filthy Rich. Not the new little. They have a new series on TV, but they've had a series on Netflix. I think it's called Filthy Rich as well. Anyway, they did a story on the Kushners and Jared Kushner. He is not no whiz either. He took on massive debts when his father went to jail. They all coming out. They are all profiting, honey. You got the whole family working in the White House, right? They're profiting, baby. They are not coming away from this thing broke. And he got to come up with hundreds of millions just to break even. So if you got to come up with hundreds of millions of dollars just to break even with the government and with all these business people, if you got to come up with hundreds of millions just to break even, then you have a net worth of zero. You don't have any net worth. You have minus. Maybe that's why Putin is so important. Other dictators. No, they didn't mean no 700 million. He paid $750. Probably what you pay a month. A month. And he did it right as he was running for president. So he had been he's so used to being a scammer, con man. He just kept on scamming and conning as he got in office. He said, well, they'll never see my tax returns. They will never find out. I'll be out of office before they find out. Well, it looks like we're going to find out on the eve of your destruction, Donald Trump. Only the little, raise it in the sun. Only the little people pay taxes. Well, that ain't supposed to be right. First thing he did, go in there, cut the taxes for the rich people. He says for everybody, but basically, you might got $30 or $40 off your check a month. He cut the people taxes who were making billions of dollars a year. So they say billions. The point is, you're the president. It's supposed to be a high standard for a president of the United States. We don't expect our president to be a pathological liar. You people who have voted for him decided that it's okay, it's no big deal to have a pathological liar in the White House. A person, when you turn on the television, you cannot believe a goddamn thing he says. All you're going to get out of it is entertainment. He's going to go on this debate on Tuesday, and he's going to go for the joke, right? So try to get people to laugh. He's going to hurl a lot of insults about Biden, about other people, probably bring Hillary in. He's going to insult everybody, and he can talk about he's the greatest president that ever lives, and he's the greatest president in the world, and the black people never had it so good. To me, I'm the one. Oh, what do you think about me? Do you think I'm fabulous? Oh, yes, Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump, child, please. You're going to be right sitting over there. If justice prevails, you'll be sitting right there with Bernie. Bernie Madoff. Bernie done made off with your money. You're both scammers on a big scale, honey. That's what it comes down to. Hey, did I speak to my moderators even? Oh, Timothy Blaine's so damn rude. Hi, you guys? Hello, everybody. Hello, moderators. Hi, Nicole. Nicole Reloaded. Oh, Nicole's there by herself. Okay. I ain't messed up too bad. Hi, Deborah Mitchell. I don't see you too often. Welcome. Thanks for coming in. I couldn't conjure a litigation for prolonged having. Okay, Deborah Mitchell. She's a moderator as well. She comes in sometimes. Thank you. Unfortunately, I had to pay it. Couldn't conjure up litigation to prolong having to owe like Trump did. 15 years, apparently. That's as far as they went back. He probably can go back all the way because his father started giving him money at 3 years old. So they can probably go back however long they want to go. Maybe they figure a couple of $100 million is enough. He ain't going to pay it. Trump employs an army of lawyers. Now he's going to have to employ a whole firm to delay. Let my ass come there talking about I owe the government. If I owe them $2,000, they'll look out. They'll come and take my TV. You're right. You summed it up, honey. S. Child, number 5. People thrown out on the streets. Breonna Taylor was shot by the cops and not charged. A worldwide pandemic. This year makes me sad. It makes me want to cry sometimes, honey. Right. And about this eviction thing. They have not given them a stimulus. A stimulus would have put people where they can at least keep their home. They're saying we got a moratorium on evictions. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that moratorium is on buildings that get federal assistance, people who have subsidies, low-income housing, people where the government, that's a government thing. So they're not going to be evicted for whatever time that they give them, 2 or 3 months. But people who, the majority of people, are private owners. So it doesn't address that problem. Most people's buildings are not owned by the government, right? So can they still throw your ass out? All right, you guys, I want to encourage you to go out there and at least check out this story today on the news. I know some people are bored with news and all that, but it's about to get real interesting in this last month. And we the people who are here, we need to remember these things. This is history. The worst president in the history of the United States of America. Bye-bye, guys. Thanks for coming in. Thanks, moderators. Nicole, love you guys. Bye.